Yo, what's going on, guys? Toy Chic here. This weekend, ToyFair decided to rear its ugly little head for 2025. I had forgotten all about it. Saw my phone, couldn't get off my phone. Anything I was recording, working on, that stopped. So since that's all I did last weekend, we're going to talk about that. Talk about the reveals that came out. I already made this video. It was like 50 minutes long because I talk too much. So we're going to speed it down, squish it up to the highlights of the show. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good company. We're going to insert pictures in here for the things we talk about. Thank you, toyart.com. Go check it out if you guys wanted to check out all the manufacturers, brands, things that were released at the Toy Fair this year. They covered everything. There's other sites and stuff, but that was easiest to go to. I've always used them, and they did a good job covering the stuff. So go check out toyart.com. I'll put the info down below. So Loyal Subjects came out of nowhere this year. They're going hard, trying to tap into our nostalgia button while they can before it dries up. They're offering a bunch of figures and toy lines that haven't been retro made for us modern kids until now, especially for the women out there, but also for the boys. So we're starting with let's go with the girl stuff first. They decided to finally give us a new gym line, gym figures, like vintage gym figures, and even there was a modern line. Very, very expensive. There's definitely a collector base for that. Gym is amazing. It's one of my favorite cartoons. One of the best theme songs. I mean, just fight me on that shit. That shit, it pops. I love Jim. It's fantastic. It is a good cartoon. And they also give you Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright, which I have those cartoons as well, and they are not very good. But for all you fans out there, and more importantly, for the boys, for the big boys, this is one of the highlights of the show. We're talking about Mask. Mask. Yeah. Very excited about this line. I can't get it. I collect too much. So, Super Jelly for those who can. Ramen Toy makes absolutely stunning mask stuff, and now they're going to have very retro. These are just like the old ones, but they have been upgraded, if you will. A lot of the weak points on all the cars and whatnot are now like stronger. The figure's gonna have ball joints. There's like paint in the eyes. There's a lot more better paint apps all around. The vehicles are really, really cool. And we got Trick or Treat Studio. This company's kind of been getting crazy the last couple of years too. They really stepped it up and obviously taken on their name and making like horror figures. They showed off these awesome Goosebump figures. Again, just like Super 7 and whatnot, they do have the reaction style figures. These are like 5-point. Mezco also makes like a 5-point as well. They're going back to try and save money, lesser paint apps and all these ones. So, but Trick or Treat does a bunch of like the horror figures in that style, the 5 points. You do have these Goosebump ones, but I think it's pretty cool. I love Goosebump. They do a lot of like prop figures. They have this like Beetlejuice head you can see like down here, which is terrifying. I don't want that in my house. Also, they have the Gate. If you guys haven't seen it, it's an 80s classic movie. It's like pretty ridiculous and creepy. Not creepy, it's just ridiculous. But I remember like saying to my brother, like, would it be crazy if they had like an actual figure, like a Hot Toys, of this creature? And now they made it. It's limited articulation, but they do have it. It doesn't matter. I'm not buying this either. Like, there's no way I want to come into my room, house or toy room, and see one of these things there. Like, people, the horror fans are crazy. You guys are crazy. They be getting like life-size Jason or Freddy. Like, I want to come into my house and see this. Are you insane? I will shoot that thing. I don't know what that is when I come around a thing. It's at nighttime. You got the scarecrow popping in the glass cabinets. You come around, you see this little critter or something, a little glimmer. Like, what the? No. We're not doing this. I'm not doing that. That shit freaks me out, man. I don't want that thing in my house, but I'm glad that they make it. Anyway, we're all over on time. Next one. Oh, man, next up is Super 7, and it's a big one, so we're going to have to, like, push through this one. So, Super 7, a bunch of new reaction figures coming out. The main ones I want to point out is they had more additions into the Sesame Street line. Sesame Street, this whole show, just being hoarded out like a OF girl, and it's just I don't know what happened. The license is like out there. I'm here for it. I'm not getting all the stuff. There's specific ones I want. But the reaction line is really, really cool. It definitely reminds me, there's a place back east called Sesame Place. It's like a water park. And like I was younger, they had these little PVCs that you could get at the park of like all the characters. And the reaction line definitely reminds me of that. It would be really cool if they made like Reaction Plus, like O-ring style figures of those. I think that would be really cool. But in any case, they showed off finally for LPH Open by Chance. Shout out to you. She wanted the Big Bird, and they did show off a open box Big Bird and Stuffaluffagus 2-pack, as well as a couple other waves coming. I love the colors and all the obscure characters we're probably never going to get in any other form, so I think that's amazing. They also showed off Reaction Plus figures for add-on to the G.I. Joe. The main one is Zartan from Cold Slither. They're going to start doing that line in the smaller size, which I think is really amazing. And the more crucial part is they expand it into other lines. The Reaction Plus line, which is actually like an O-ring style, G.I. Joe style figure. We're going to get Back to the Future figures, and then more importantly, these Universal monsters. Like, these are based off of, I think, the Remco, which is like late 70s, 79 Remco Universal monsters. Very expensive. So all in, well, not all in, I'm getting Creature from the Lagoon and Wolfman for sure for this. They're definitely going with Joe's. So, very excited about those. Excited for what they're going to do with more lines coming out in the future. There's they have so many licenses, so it'll be crazy to see all the figures they've released in Reaction be able to come out in Reaction Plus. So, very, very excited about that. Also, they decided to come into the Funko game with their Fun brand, and it's ridiculous. They have square boxes, open box, and they're doing multiple franchises, a bunch of figures. Right now, they have Godzilla, Peanuts, and Sesame Street again. I believe these figures have 1 or 3 points of articulation. I know the heads move, but maybe the arms do as well. They're at a $25 price point. I'm not getting this stuff. It just, for you Funko guys, if you want something like different and whatnot, there is that. I think that's really funny. They have been doing vinyl for a long time, so I give them credit for that. They're probably going to crush it on that part. And also Tiamat from Dungeons and Dragons is finally hitting. That's a reaction style figure. We can also go with your ultimates. It's a huge dragon. It's gonna look crazy on the table. Super jealous about it. It's also $300. Not jealous about that. So for anyone who gets it, it's gonna look really awesome in dioramas and pictures. And that is finally being shown. It is not super articulated. It is soft vinyl, kind of like Mondo style. Super okay with that. It's going to look really detailed when you get it in hand. And lastly, we're showing off the Ninja Turtle 2K3 Wave 13, I believe, Series 2 of the 2K3 Turtles, which I will get the Turtles. I'm not going to get these ones. Not a huge fan of the cartoon, but I've learned to love it by having the DVDs. But for you fans out there who are waiting, because now we finally get all the stuff we've wanted in a super perfect form, these figures are really, really awesome. There's just too many amazing stuff coming out from Neca and other lines, third party of Turtles. I just got to go with. And that's not even talking about, like, Mondo hasn't even shown their full-scale Turtles are going to come out this year. So I will not be getting these ones, but Super 7 has some really awesome stuff shown this year. And if you guys are following them, you have some good stuff coming your way. All right. Now we're getting into the favorite of the show, the highlight of the show, Neca. They were quiet for a while, like they always do, and then they come out when these shows come to tell you what you're going to be wasting your money on all year. Them and Mondo are the bane of my existence. And Ninja Turtles, they went overboard. It's insane. It's all good, but it's just like, it's crazy. So we're going to talk about them in a second. First off, we'll talk about the horror section, which they also went crazy on a bunch of stuff that people have been looking for. We're finally in my JB Fletcher and the Ultimates 8-inch style with the clothing, but the final form version that they did show off, the one that you can buy, she looks really good. So I got, between them and Sesame Street, I'm going to be doing some murder scenes of the Ben Cooper kids, which is next up that we're talking about. Very excited about the Ben Cooper kids. There's a bunch up there. I have a ton. I have to do a video on those. They're so cool. And they showed off another couple waves that are hitting, and most of these are bangers. The Jaws costume one is absolutely insane. And that's a costume I actually saw and have wanted to buy it before. It's online on this Instagram thing, and it's like $90. I'm like, I can't do that. But in any case, this Jaws costume is going to be a must-have, and so is this Jaws figure that they are finally releasing. Bruce, hey Brucey, yeah, fish are friends, not food. That's a different Jaws. But this one, they decided to give it to us in a game, but also a figure for your 1/12 scale that you can use. It's articulated and stuff like that, but like it is, you fill them up with all the little pieces of ships and stuff that it is eaten, and then you have to use this hook and try to take the food out of his mouth without the jaw clumping down. It's an a la Operation style game as well as an action figure that goes with your stuff. The Game of Jaws, it's called, and it's going to come in like a movie style box. So I don't collect Jaws stuff, but that's a must. You're also going to get Hooper and Quint. Finally, the Ultimate style, they look amazing. And lastly, for horror, is going to be the Beetlejuice line, which they're finally giving us 2 new Beetlejuice figures based off the new movie, but they're in their classic costumes, so you'll finally get some really good figures, articulated, not static like the ones that were released before, as well as the main thing, though, is this Dio situation that is right here, which they said is going to probably be split up into 2 parts to keep the price down, as well as the Sandworm. We'll get to him in a second. These Dio pieces are insane enough, as well as going with, like, they had a diorama that it's like the hell, I don't know, the House of Sin, basically. It was like $180. I didn't buy it, but it looks really cool. In any case, the Sandworm's going to come with like an exclusive Beetlejuice figure, which they haven't said yet, but that one I might have to get just for the Sandworm for diorama, for picture processes on that one. So here we get into Turtles. Oh man, we're going to try to get through this one quick, because people are thinking Neca is like out of ideas and they're done with Turtle stuff. They're not done. I mean, people don't like these things they're coming up with. These what ifs and these different ideas. But I love it because it's like bringing new characters. I love getting new characters into the lore that you never seen, as long as they're cool, right? So starting off with the monster line that everyone thought was like ending, but they always wanted. They want to Shredder. They gotta be Dracula. I want Shredder's Dracula. Damn it! All right, here you go. There's Shredder's Dracula right here, looking fantastic. 2 alternate heads to go in there. He's gonna be great, but he's not the highlight of the show. One of them, the Meta Mutant Krang, shown here. Oh my gosh, this thing looks freaking crazy. Taking a hand out of Mondo with the design, color-wise, everything. It's crazy. This is a must. This is a must. And then the 2-headed ogre turtle. Oh my gosh. Also, these is designed by James Groman, Madballs, Garter's Trail Kid fame. Right there. Amazing creator. He's helped on all, I believe, of the movie figures, the movie monster figures. But I think they gave him like more reign on these ones. So these are some of the highlights from the show. Absolutely. Yeah, getting these ones. Next up, for the movie realization line, for the 1990s movies that we all love, they decided to show us What Ifs of Bebop and Rocksteady. This got uproar online. Everyone's got different opinions on these figures. So those figures are pretty crazy. Those figures are pretty crazy. I'm glad they're like still pushing it forward. I'm sure people want a Vanilla Ice figure. But also the Stan Sakai Turtles. Man, I always say I don't need any more turtles, but I might have to get these when I see them. I do like how they look. They're very like chibi, Japanese looking. So I can do a whole thing with that too. So these look amazing. Then you had the Toon line, which everyone says they're running out of ideas here. But I mean, this Pandacana they created in the Toon style is amazing. And it's going to look so good in the dioramas with like that Isakio that we just talked about. Then you got the Dark Turtle, which is based off the new Ninja Turtle Adventures comics they've re-released. He looks better now. Before he looked like a little S&M turtle. Now he looks pretty cool. I do like that he comes with the alternate foot zombie mask that you see on this little Donatello figure here in the background. He'll come with that mask, so I'm going to need that mask for sure. So I guess I got to get that turtle for that one. On to one of my favorite lines that there is, the Archie one. Love it. I still need a bunch of characters. I'm still waiting on Maligna. I'm still waiting on Bug Warriors. Please, Neca, make those before you stop making the line. We are going to finally get Wingnut and Screw Loose in this style to finish off the rest of my Mighty Mutanimals set. I definitely need that one. We got the new April Turtle, which looks really cool. Anytime I can add a new turtle that's not too crazy off the beaten path, I think I'm going to get that one. That's cool. That's what I say. It's like an interesting addition that we always like miss and whatnot. We would never think to like get. So not on my bingo card, I would say. Ace Duck Wrestling, he looks amazing. Can't wait to get him. Like all these ones. I love that line. So cool. Can't wait to finish that one off. And then what do we have? The Toka and Raza in which I missed, actually. These aren't in the Archie line. These are in the Toon line. But they decided to do a Toka and Raza in the metal style, which is actually based off of SNZ Toys on Instagram. He does like chrome vintage style, Toka and Raza. And I was waiting for him to do a order for them. So it's crazy that they reached out to him, Neca. They liked it so much. Now they're making it. Now I don't have to buy those. And they would have been like $200 each. So very excited about that. They won't be chrome, but I can deal. And they're going to go really good with my Rocksteady and Bebop robot, which I kind of was like, should I get rid of them? But now with those ones, I can make like a whole little army scene with them. So that one's really cool. We're going to get Last Ronin. They had a bunch of figures. I love Last Ronin. You can't see it. It's down there. But I got all Last Ronin. No, I don't have all of them. I try to get them. I'm missing a bunch. They got the Night Watchers, which are like the black and red ones. They're down there. I have a couple of those. Also, Last Ronin, the new comic book, which I haven't read. I don't really care for the story, but I do like the designs of the turtles. All new 4 turtles. I believe a couple of them are female. I do not know the names on them. But they do have the Casey Marie figure you can get. They already released the Granny April with 2 of the babies, the little mini babies, the new turtles. So Casey Marie in her alternate outfit, because they released her on the bike. Night Watcher Casey Marie. You do get the rest of the little babies to finish off that set if you want that. Don't care about that. So we're not getting those. But I do like when the turtles are growing up shown here. These are top ones for me. I don't care for the story, like I said, but I love the design of these figures. Like, the white one's amazing. The one with the hood's amazing. The one that looks like Ronin's amazing. I want them all. I can't wait. If I see these, I'm buying these at the store as soon as I see these. That's for sure. I can't wait to get these ones. And then also you have Arctic Last Ronin. They're going to release, trying to make the most of that mold. The Last Ronin selling for $19 on Big Bad, but really good for customs for your Mezco turtle. It's a whole other story. We're not going to get into that right now, but there will be a lot of new parts you can use off of this figure, I'm sure, to customize them. So into one of my favorite ones, Mirage. We got, oh man, they showed off Shogun Shoei, or Shoot. I believe his name is. I say Shoei. So Shogun Shoei, he's going to be coming in the Mirage line. He's going to go fantastic, fighting Panda Khan and Yusaki Ojimbo, my Mezco Ronin, all that stuff. Getting him for sure as soon as I see him at the store. They had the Skies. These are crazy. I'm definitely getting these. These are better than the other Turtles in Skies they had, which are also down there. But the Mirage ones, this is... Oh, Chef's Kiss with the bowler hats and stuff. Dude, these are going to go with my Fury Toys Sharks when I get those in. Oh, like, I need a bar scene. Does anyone know where to get, like, I need the little effects. Like, I need, like, bar stools. I need, like, beer bottles. Man, that would be so awesome to do a picture of a bar fight. So, yeah, those are definite. I'm getting those for sure. And also, the highlight, Neca, so many highlights, but, dude... 2012 Nickelodeon line got shown, and that one's done. I can't wait for that. They showed off all the turtles now, finally. They showed off Shredder and the Foot Soldier. The Foot Soldier, you'll be able to combine the extra parts to him to create the Footbot and whatnot. That would have been separate releases when those figures came out during that time frame. And then they showed off some sneak peeks. We're looking here. You see on this, there is a little turtle in the background as well as a big mace. That's going to be Slash, which is going to be really amazing when Neca does that, because Playmates back in the day did this figure dirty, and his little head was so tiny. So I'm very excited for that figure when that comes out. It's going to be super, super cool looking. And also a little controller. That's Metalhead. That's probably the best Metalhead, so I can't wait to get that figure. On this other side right here, you can see my Raphael, which, by the way, all these figures come with like characters. We'll get to them in a second. But in the back, you see this little cheese wheel, which is a phone. That's for Splinter. So he's coming. Also one of the best Splinter designs. Can't wait to get that figure. But all these characters to come with each of them. Pigeon Pete, and my favorite, you got Ice Cream Kitty. My Ice Cream Kitty shirt I rock all the time. I have wanted an Ice Cream Kitty 1/12 scale figure to fit with my stuff for as long as there's been Ice Cream Kitty. I literally have reached out to get one custom made before. I cannot wait for this figure. That he comes with Mikey. That's much cop. Like, as soon as I see it at the store, I probably won't eat that night. I'm sorry, Cat. Me and you aren't eating tonight because I had to get ice cream, kitty, bro. That's just what it is. That is a must. I cannot wait to get that. I also think it's crazy with these. There's so many foot soldiers now. Like every line of turtles, there's foot soldiers to come out with them. So like that's crazy that there's no one talks about how many different lines of foot soldiers. You can create a whole foot soldier army of so many different kinds now. It'd be so crazy, man. I like to try to keep them, the lines of the foot soldiers that came with them, but there are like specific ones that are just like cooler looking than the other ones. Anyway, and finishing it off with the showstopper. This is it. This is the main one. This is like my favorite line right now that there is as well. Mad Hatter talked about on his video, expressing his feeling about it, and I agree with him the same. We're talking about Sesame Street. They did show off the new wave. I was crossing my fingers like, please show off another wave of these figures, because right now so far they just have Bert, Ernie, and the Count, if you can find him. I haven't seen him yet, but they showed off Big Bird. Oh my gosh, this with the cracked out, he's got like the old druggy head, like the first release drug head. That one's super awesome throwback. They had the Hairy Monster. I don't know that character. I don't remember him, but I need him for sure. And this is the one. Oscar the freaking Grouch, dude. Oscar the Grouch. These figures are so amazing because like I've always wanted Sesame Street and Muppets figures specifically to go with like my Ninja Turtle figures. And now that these, like, you can put the weapons in their hand. They're the same like shade, and they just fit in so nice. I can't wait. I'm so excited about this line. But Oscar Grouch, they're trying to make it so he can like move up and down in the can, and also like it looks like his eyebrows will probably like also move, which like Toka did when they released him. So I don't see why they wouldn't do that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. These figures, Bert baby, I have to show him off. I don't have Ernie yet. I hit him at the store. These figures are so good. I gotta get Ernie, but he had a paint mess up anyway, so I'm waiting until I find a better one. But in any case, those figures are so cool. I'm very excited. These were the top pieces. Like I said, Sesame Street got hoarded out. They're real adult now. They went from child stuff to real adult, and everyone's using them. But Neca is doing it right. They fit in perfectly. Your Palisades figures, you've got those. Diamond Select, by the way, did release some new Muppets figures, which do fit in with your Palisades figures, but I'm going all in on the Neca ones. I don't need any other ones. Very excited on that. And the top picks from, I love all the Turtle stuff. I gushed about the last couple we talked about, but this Sesame Street line, top picks, top show-offs of the show. Oscar Grouch. Bing! That's the one I want. So, that is going to do it for today. Let me know what you guys thought about this. If you were any of your favorites you saw from the show or are excited to come out. There's so much more that came out, so shout out to toyark.com. Go check them out if you want to see the rest of the brands and releases from the show. There's pages and pages for you guys to enjoy of pictures, as well as on Instagram. You can see a lot of stuff. There were so much cool things that were released coming up to take the first 6 months of this year to suck all that money out, and then SDCC will happen, and then that will drain the rest of your money, so that you're just broke by the end of the year again because you did not use that money to invest in a better life for yourself, but still stayed addicted to plastic toys because you're an idiot. So if you're like that, this is the list of stuff that's going to drain that from you this year. So let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned to the channel. More coming your way. Sorry, this is what took up my whole weekend, so I wanted to talk about it and hopefully made this video much shorter than the 50 minutes it was before. If you got something out of it, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm the Toy Chic, and thank you guys for stopping in this time. Mad love, geek out, and I will see you guys on the next episode.